Hey everybody, happy Monday. It's your girl, the Brooke Ashley. I hope y'all are doing well. I hope y'all are feeling good. It's a beautiful Monday, and we are here to discuss The Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 17, episode 4. And I have so many thoughts on the matter. Pinky, we need to talk because that last scene was troubling. Pinky, this strong, and I'm trying not to go there. I'm trying not to have that kitchen table talk, but Pinky, you're bringing it out of me because I'm tired. What is the point of being married to a man who can provide if you can't go to him? You talking to everybody else, but not your husband? That's alarming. Okay. And before all the married people get on me, let me just pose a question. Let me just say this, Greg, in the words of Nene Leakes. Isn't your spouse supposed to be your number one that you go to? Yes, no, let me know. I know I'm not crazy, but seeing Pinky talk about this bankruptcy situation to everybody else and not her husband is troubling to me. And that last scene, I said, Pinky, girl, I need you to take this all my life I had to fight story and get the money from your husband because I'm confused. But y'all, come on in. Come on in. I hope y'all are doing well. I feel like I haven't seen y'all in ages, right? Yeah, it always feels that way, but we are back. Come on in, y'all. Okay, you said absolutely. Thank you. Okay, we see each other. You'd rather be single than not confiding your husband. Okay, thank you. Because I'm like, as a single girl out here, I could not imagine being married and still being single in the marriage. Now, Pinky, you have some shooters on Twitter. I love that for you. I love that you have friends who are on social media seeing what we're saying because one of your friends, I don't know if you know her, but this woman claims to be your best friend. It's in her bio. But I had said something to the effect of their marriage is kind of troubling to me, and I feel sorry for them. I feel sorry for Pinky. And this woman who claims to be your friend, she said that you guys are great and I need to keep watching. She was respectful. She wasn't crazy. So if you're watching, Pinky's friend, hey, how are you? But I do have some thoughts on on your friend's marriage because it's a mess. It's a hot mess. Okay. Yes, we're going to be talking about, don't worry, we're going to be talking about Beverly Hills later on because I watched it last night. And I can't wait till Tuesday or Wednesday. We got to talk about it before Rhode Island because I have so many thoughts on Beverly Hills. But right now, we're going to stick to Atlanta. But I got you. Yes. Okay, Jamil, you saw the person too. I thought they were a family member. They were going hard in the back. Yes, they were going hard in the paint for Pinky. And her Twitter bio says like one of Pinky's best friends. I ride hard for Pinky Cole. I said, okay, maybe that's Pinky on a burner account. But either way, Pinky's friends, Pinky's people. I don't have Pinky seems cool, but I'm tired. I personally am tired of this sob story, woe is me, and fighting this fight that's unnecessary when she has a whole husband who has millions of dollars. Derek is worth $100 million. He can take care of her immediately. So this whole story and her fighting for no reason, I'm confused. She's making things harder on herself than they have to be, and I don't understand why. So, Pinky's people, I'm just giving my opinion. Yeah, putting that in your bio is crazy. Bless Pinky, she's stressing me out and watching her. Oh, he is. Yes, that's what it seems like, because I'm confused. Let your husband do what he's supposed to do. Damn, yes, we see each other, y'all. We see each other. Okay, that's so funny that you bring that up. Shout out to, wait, hold on, because I don't want to get your name wrong. I have a subscriber who has a YouTube channel, and I saw, wait, hold on, let me get your name. Wait, hold on, give me a minute, hold on. Okay, Dr. Charisse, shout out to you. I was minding my business when I got tagged from several people saying that I was name dropped in this video regarding who you're speaking about yeah, her dating advice. And she was saying the difference between her dating advice and mine. And shout out to you, Dr. Charisse. I appreciate you. Your video was really good, by the way. If you're watching this, hey, how are you? But your video was fantastic. But no, I knew that she was in a relationship. I had no idea that they're saying, the girls are saying that she moved him in and she makes more money. The complete opposite of what I'm preaching. And I'm upset to hear this because she's a beautiful woman, talented. Yeah, but let me just mind my business. Let me mind my business. Let me mind my business. Okay. Oh, okay, y'all. Well, guys, let's get on to, we need your commentary on the Kenya salon situation. Y'all, there's a lot going on in the news. I'm gonna get to it. We're gonna plan for a Hot Topics live on Thursday. Okay, let me knock out these Housewives recaps, and we can talk about all of it. There's so much going on now. For also, y'all, don't act brand new. We already know that we are in my season. My birthday is next Wednesday. We are approaching the warmer months, so I'm gonna be missing some stuff. I'm gonna be missing some hot topics. You know how it is. We're going to go from 6 lives in 1 week to maybe 2 or 3 sometimes. So please don't act brand new about Brooke, where you at. You already know that this is my time. This is my season right now, okay? So from now until September, we're not going to be doing live every day. It's going to be maybe, Lord willing, maybe 3 times a week. So don't get used to seeing me 4, 5, 6, 7 times. All right? Okay, we got to be clear. Let's speak plain. Thank you, honey. I'm gonna be outside. I'm about to be outside. So, okay. Yes, honey. I have trained for this, honey. I sure have. So, all right, y'all. Yes, honey, we are on PTO. The same way Dorothy said that she's working part-time, I'm working part-time in the summer. So, y'all don't act brand new about where you've been. Can you talk about this? Can you talk about that? If I'm able to churn out 3 videos a week, call it a good day, okay? Yes, honey, you know what you signed up for, honey. I'm a part-time lover, okay? We are part-time in the summertime. So don't act brand new over here. All right, exactly. All right, listen, honey, I have a whole another lover in the summertime. Hey, M Love Black, thank you for the super chat. The way Sugar Mama had my mother shaking like an evil ass dog, the only B song she hates. I'm screaming. Yes, honey, a very sexy summer indeed. Yes, your birthday's on Saturday. Oh, I love it. Happy early birthday. Happy early birthday. Yes, honey. Thank you, Osmond. Thank you. No, yes, honey. You guys already know that in the spring and summertime, I have another lover. I'm cheating on y'all. I'm so sorry. I am not faithful in the spring or summer. Fall and winter, you have me locked in all to yourselves, okay? In the summertime, you got to share me with the streets. Oh my gosh. Okay, y'all. Let's get into this recap because I have a lot. We have a lot to talk about. All right. So we open up the episode with Pinky at one of her restaurants, her slutty vegan restaurants, and she has her team with her. She's having this community giveaway event on Friday. So they're going over the logistics of the event. She says that the Pinky Cole Foundation is her nonprofit. She started that in 2019. Every year they have a give back to show support for the community. She's paid rents for local businesses. She's paid tuitions for the college students. And so she hit up all the women to donate different things. Again, as much as these shows, as much as they cut up on these shows, it is nice to see them give back. And I think that, correct me if I'm wrong, but I have always felt like when it came to giving back and charity and philanthropy, Atlanta has always been at the top out of all the other franchises. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like every season we have always seen them give back. Whether we had Candy, she was giving away groceries to 500 families. Marlo has done give backs. They did the soup kitchen when Claudia Jordan was on. They always give back. I don't see that. I don't see too much of that on the other franchises, but on Atlanta, they always give back, and we love to see it. Yes, Candy always did a lot. Yes, them and Married to Medicine. Yes, you're right. You're right. Yes, they're very generous. I agree. Yes, Phaedra did a good job as well. Like, that is one thing that even if a certain Atlanta housewife gets on my nerves, I can always give them their marks, because they kill it. 10 out of 10 when it comes to charity, and we love to see it. Hey, Darkchild99, thank you for the super chat. Brooke, you're single, I think, and your advice is still immaculate. Thank you and profound. Keep on spending all the advice you have in your tank. She gets skipped down the road with that stuff and nonsense. We love you and continue to support. Continue to advise a girl's child. Thank you so much, Dark Child. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you. You said Beverly Hills is second for sure. Yes, Nene's Foundation, their trip to Africa. Yes, they're very charitable. They've always been very generous. I agree. I like that Pinky assigned everybody to bring something. Yes, I like that. I like that too. Yes, season 10 after the hurricane in Houston. Yes, they've always been very generous. I love that. So now we have Kelly come by the restaurant and she's ordering some food. Kelly said, Pinky's introducing Kelly to her team, and Kelly says that she's excited for the event on Friday. So Pinky says that she was so focused on making sure that it's a successful event. So she told each woman what to bring. She told Shamia to get Pampers, K. Michelle, the feminine products, Angela, underwear. Cynthia is in charge of the toothbrushes. Kelly's getting the hair care kits. Drew's on top of the deodorant. Porsha was assigned the book bags and kids items. And Phaedra was assigned the baby wipes and formula. So now Kelly goes on to ask, and one more thing, I like how she asked them to bring specific items versus writing a check. I like that a lot. So now Kelly's asking, how are you doing? How are you feeling? What's going on? Pinky says, girl, you see I'm all over the news. It's hard out here being a D-list celebrity. So they both laugh. Kelly says, well, you're a popular girl. So Pinky says, but I don't want to be popular for this, though. So Kelly says, the fact that you're going through all of this and can still give back, that's why you're that girl. So Pinky says that it's been a rough couple of days for her. She's thinking of filing for bankruptcy. We saw in the last episode, she met with her lawyer to discuss bankruptcy. Kelly reveals that she also is considering filing for bankruptcy as well. She says, I went through all this stuff with my ex-husband, and she was the owner, so she also was the guarantor, just like Pinky was. Kelly, I don't know who advised you to do that. The fact that you let that ogre that you were married to in that ill-fitting suit have you all messed up financially is a mess. Now, he's the man. Why didn't he guarantee the business? Why did you have to be the guarantor for that? Just a mess. A mess. Oh, you don't believe Kelly? Child, no, it really is wild. I'm confused. I want to know, who were these ladies getting advice from? Because I'm so confused about that. You saw that picture of Kelly on her wedding day with that man. A mess. So now Kelly goes on to say that her main goal was to get through her divorce. Bankruptcy is now a possibility because all of her debts that she accrued throughout her marriage. Then she makes a joke saying Abraham Lincoln he filed for bankruptcy 3 times, so call her Kelly Lincoln. Now, Kelly, I do want to point this out. Is there embarrassment for how you were trying to act like you had all this money last season? Because when you first joined the show, you were acting like you were a single mom who had all this money. We saw in the first episode, you gifted your daughter 17 bags for her 17th birthday. And one of y'all made a good point that now you think that those bags might have been fake. And when you think about it, I wouldn't be surprised. Because like I said, all those bags were loose. We didn't see any of those purses in their rightful bags. There was no shopping bag. Where was the cloth bag that they're supposed to be in? We didn't see any of that. There was no unboxing of it. It was just a Chanel purse loose, a Dior bag loose. Where, like, I'm confused. So yeah, knowing that you have all these financial issues, I don't believe for a minute that you had $15,000 to gift her 17 designer purses. Okay. So yeah, it was all a front. She was stunned and never had it like that. I agree. Bags all in the breezeway. Yes, honey, not a dust bag in sight. Yes, honey, you said DH gate, looking like Canal Street, honey. She got not Fish Market Special. Don't give me no loose purse. No, I'm serious. The purses were all loose. They all just, here you go. Who does that? When you buy a designer purse, you know, when you buy your designer purse, you have the shopping bag, the box, and the dust bag. Please. It's like 3 layers to finally open up your purse. So who are you fooling? What do you mean you have a Dior purse and it's just sitting there with no, stop. Kelly, a mess. Every purse was loose, honey. Every purse was loose. Yeah, I don't play about no unboxed bags, honey. Child, even Telfar comes in a dust bag. No, I'm serious. Somebody's finger oil's already over it. No, stop. Don't start, friend. Don't start. She got that Andy, honey. She made it sound like Balmain was her second home. I know. Jesus, you better stop. Y'all better stop. I'm not playing with y'all. Today. I'm not playing with y'all. Yes, exactly. You always get, when you have any designer piece, you always get the box, the shoe bag, the dust bag for the purse. So for you to have a bag or a shoe just loose like that is giving fake. So, okay. She had her a VL bag, honey. Yes, honey, the money is funny. So now, Pinky says that, no, Kelly's asking if she's talked to her husband, Derek, about this whole bankruptcy thing. Pinky says, no, I got myself in this. I have to get myself out of this. Pinky, I need you to get into therapy and deconstruct this very harmful, strong Black woman trope that you are obviously carrying. I feel sorry for you. The fact that you are married to a wealthy man and you're trying to carry this burden on your own, what is the point of being married? Isn't being married supposed to lighten your load? You can do bad all by yourself. There's no point in getting married to struggle with a man. You have a man worth $100 million. What are we talking about? And I'm getting annoyed because you want to make things harder for yourself. And I don't know, do you really feel this way? Or do you want this for a storyline? What is it? I don't understand what's wrong. You said, is it marital debt? He could be on the hook for that too. I don't know. I don't think it's marital debt. I think it's personal debt. Thank you. What kind of man will leave his wife struggling and got some cold mess? I agree. Yes, that's what we see each other, because it perpetuates the same old narrative that Black women have to take crumbs and do it for them, do it for ourselves. And it is, I'm getting annoyed with it. And Pinky has one more episode because I'm about to check out completely. I can't take this anymore. I really can't. It's bothering me. She's carrying the whole load. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. So now, Kelly, I agree with you. Kelly said, listen, from one sister to another, God has blessed you to not have to fight this and figure this out on your own. You have a $100 million man right there. You better ask that man, let him know what you need. Kelly, you are 100% right. Pinky, this makes no sense. This makes no sense. So now Kelly had ordered some food earlier. She's eating her meal. She likes the food. And now Kelly's asking, how long have you been vegan? Pinky says since 07. So Pinky says, but Phaedra's going around saying that I eat meat. So now we see a flashback from a few weeks ago, the other day. Shamia had them over at her house, and Shamia is saying that Phaedra told her that Pinky be eating meat. Now, Shamia and Kelly, the whole time it was y'all running your mouth and not Phaedra. Now, Phaedra, I was so quick to, blast you and give you your whackings, but the whole time it was Shamia and Kelly running their mouths. So now we see another flashback of Kelly and Shamia at Shamia's house. And Kelly's like, your girl's not even vegan. Stop. I seen her eating a steak. So they were laughing about that. And now Kelly is sipping her drink because I'm like, Kelly, you have a lot to say behind people's backs and in your confessionals, but you're mute when it's face to face. The fact that you were sitting up there lying, but yet you want to pin this all on Phaedra, that's crazy to me. And Kelly, I will be getting you together again because being a confessional gangster when it comes to you and Porsha is getting really stale. Even production is tired of it because I'm like, girl, you are on mute when you're in front of Porsha, but in your confessional, you have so much to say. And I'm sorry, Kelly, but no shade. I don't know if you really are Housewives material. I don't know if you have the chops. If this is your last season, I won't be upset with it. You don't bring a whole lot, if I'm being honest. Yes, for once, Faye wasn't lying. I said the same thing. Kelly is so fake. Okay? Madness and sadness part 2. Okay? So now, we now have Pinky saying, Phaedra, girl, you can't be going around saying that I eat meat. It can mess up my business. I'm on the board of PETA. So you can't say that I eat meat. So now Pinky makes a joke saying if Kelly files for bankruptcy as well, they should have a bankruptcy party and people have to show their credit scores to get in the party. Now, Pinky, if you do come back for next season, that actually would not be a bad idea. Like that actually would be funny. I remember how didn't they have a tax party for Toya and Eugene earlier on Married to Medicine? So why don't you have a bankruptcy party? That might actually be a cute little gag, in my opinion. So, hey, wait, hold on, y'all. Hold on. Hey, Catherine A. Freeman, thank you for the super chat. This is off topic. What's the lip combo? I have it on my shorts. I put it up on my shorts. You can get it. It's all MAC. It's literally on my shorts. Go check out my shorts and you'll get the whole combo. It's all written. Thank you so much, Catherine. Hey, oh my gosh, Steph, thank you for the super chat. I think Pinky also doesn't want the bad public relations look of taking money from a meat business to fund her vegan business. That's a point that I didn't even think about. You might be right, but I think that's so dumb. Like you're married to a man who's not vegan. So you know what I'm saying? Listen, I'm not vegan. Do I have any vegan people? Y'all have me screaming in this chat. Biomiss, you have me screaming. That's, in my opinion, if that's the case, that's so dumb. Who cares? She's married to a man who's not vegan. So listen, that's her husband. He has the money. Take the money from your husband and call it a day. So I'm just saying. But you know what, though? You might be right. Maybe that is it. But I think if that is the reason, then that's stupid. Hey, High Vibe. Thank you for the super chat. Pinky is a single married woman, but it also gives that she's low-key competition with her husband. It does give that. I agree with that. I think that Pinky, I want to choose my words carefully because I know how folks like to tussle, but I feel how I feel. I'm not one to back down on how I feel. Y'all know how I feel about certain things. Pinky has a lot of masculine energy, and I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna leave. I don't want to say too much, but I think that's the reason why there's that low-key competition. Just a mess. Just a mess. Every time they talk, it always seems like he's like poking fun at her. She has to prove herself to him. I'm not proving myself to any man. I am not in competition with a man. Absolutely not. I have no desire to compete with the man. No, thank you. Pinky has that spirit from where I'm sitting. She has that spirit where she wants to compete with men. No, thank you. I'll pass on that. Okay, wait. She said it on the after show. Oh, you know what? You're right. She did say that on the show. She said she's right. Yeah, she's masculine energy. Mm-hmm. If she likes it, God bless, but not me, girl. Not me. You and I see each other, and I've been trying not to say that, but that's exactly what it gives. That it like she's just so happy, like, oh my gosh, like this guy chose me. It gives that. It gives that, and let's just move on around. But it does give that. I get that she gives off that vibe, the way she speaks to him, the way she speaks about him. It's like, oh my god, like, it gives very much that. But let me get off that topic, honey. Let me get off that topic. But it does give that for sure. It y'all, when I tell y'all, we are right here, honey. We are linked. We are locked in. We are locked in. Overcompensate. Yes, yes, Fantasia. That bad bitch line. Okay, so you cringed at that line too. I didn't like that at all. When she said, "Oh, it's giving you want to be a bad bitch," I said, "Excuse me." Absolutely not. Okay, we see, yes, honey, real delicate, honey. We see each other. We see each other. Hey Tammy, thank you for the super chat. Brooke, what's his hairstyle? Turn your head to the side, looking delectable. Thank you. It's just my hair in a bun. Thank you. Hey Connor, thank you for the super chat. I know this is Roa, but will you discuss the most recent episode of Ladies London at some point? Margot's going out sad and Lottie is killing it. Let me, y'all, Connor, let's focus on Atlanta. Let's focus on Atlanta. Let's focus on Atlanta. Let me get through Atlanta, Beverly Hills, and Rhode Island. Then we can talk about Ladies of London at some point. It's a lot going on. I gotta do hot topics. It's a lot, like, just give me a minute, child. Oh, you guys are so funny. Now, guys, before we go any further, I do want to say a special thank you, a special shout out to today's sponsor of the live, and that is Jones Road Beauty. Get into it, honey. You see this glow? You see this highlight on the cheeks, honey? It is my Jones Road, honey, okay? So listen, baby, check them out, and you get a special gift. Well, you know what? Let me play the ad read for y'all, and you guys will see all of it, all right? Okay, hold on, y'all. Know that I love makeup, I love all things beauty, and Jones Road Beauty is at sorry, y'all. Apologies for the, I don't know what happened to the screen. Let me play it one more time. Hold on. Know that I love makeup, I love all things beauty, and Jones Road Beauty is absolute perfection. I love to feel sexy with a nice fresh face, and when I tell y'all, the Jones Road Miracle Balm is my favorite. I use it all the time, and I love that glow, especially with the warmer months approaching. Summer is around the corner. I want to feel like I was on a beach getting tan every single day. And the shade that I'm wearing is Golden Hour. And I know the name alone, right? Doesn't it feel like summer? You can also use the Miracle Balm as a highlighter, bronzer, blush, and lip tint too. It's the ultimate no-fuss multitasker. And the best part about it, all Jones Road formulas are clean and high performing because clean beauty is a no-brainer. And Jones Road Beauty just launched their lip recharge, your next holy grail. The lip recharge is a powerful lip treatment that refreshes, smooths, and hydrates on contact while nourishing your lips over time. And don't we love that? Because nobody likes a chapped lip. I know I don't. It also delivers the comfort of a balm, the benefits of a treatment, and the soft shine of a light gloss in one effortless step. And it's available in 9 versatile shades, and it's also dermatologist tested. If you want makeup that brings out your natural glow instead of hiding it, Jones Road is the way to go. For a limited time, my listeners are getting a free shimmer face oil on their first purchase when they use code Brooke at checkout. Just head to jonesroadbeauty.com and use Brooke at checkout. After you purchase, they will ask you where you heard about them. Please support my show and tell them that my show sent you. So, guys, as you all can see, I'm wearing my Jones Road Miracle Balm right now. When I tell you, I love it. Like that, honey, perfect for summer, spring, for my chocolate girls, honey, get into that glow. You see me? You see how dewy I look, girl? So, a special thank you and a shout out to Jones Road Beauty. The information, the link is down below in the description box. Check them out. You get a free oil shimmer when you purchase. Make sure to put my code in, my name, Brooke. Yes, honey. And you can be all glowy too, girl. Okay. All right. Yes. And yes, Jones Road Beauty was founded by Bobby Brown, the famous makeup artist who had Bobby Brown Cosmetics. Yes. So Jones Road, honey, is that girl. Okay. Yes, honey. Let him know. Let him know, Greg. Let him know, Greg. All right, y'all. But again, guys, the description box, everything is down below in the description box. Make sure to check Jones Road Beauty out, and make sure to put my code in, my name, Brooke. Okay. All right, y'all. So now we are back to the episode. So this scene with Shamia at home with her husband, we might have to breeze over it because I don't want to seem like I'm being negative about somebody's marriage. But this scene was it was kind of alarming. I'm not going to hold you. I understand your husband doesn't love you being on this show, or he doesn't like being on camera. But this was a step beyond cringe. I had secondhand embarrassment. He looked so checked out. I could not believe what I was watching. It was very cringy. No, it is. Listen, okay, we all see each other. He couldn't even fake the funk. No, for real. I'm like, Shamia, if I were you, I don't know if I would stay on this show because, girl, you in this show, and then this newfound rum business that I don't think is going to do that well. You don't know what you were talking about in your business meeting in the last episode. Miss Mama's, God bless. Should we see Shamia in her closet? Gorgeous closet. Shamia, you have all those beautiful clothes and don't know how to put them together. She's trying on this blue dress, this blue gown with her stylist. Her husband walks in, and I don't know if it's me, but I really hate when I see women trying to fish for compliments, especially when it comes to fishing for compliments from a man. She's like, "Do you like my dress?" He was like, "Yeah." Already, I was like, a mess. I mean, he could not even pretend to be enthusiastic or excited. Okay, so we see each other. Yes, very much so. I was surprised she had a stylist. Yes. You said Godspeed in my Brooke Ashley voice. Yes. So now Shamia is going on about how she was torn between these two dresses. She lets him know that Cynthia invited her on this girls' trip to Dallas because Cynthia has a tequila line with the Malou family. We saw a flashback from the last episode when they were all at the nail salon. Cynthia invited all of them to Dallas. She says that she's partnered with the Malou family for her tequila, and she wants to sell. Dallas is one of their biggest markets, so it's only right that she celebrates in Dallas and brings the ladies with her. So now Shamia's like, "Are you going to miss me?" I kid you not. Hand to God, if you did not watch the episode, this is how Gerald looked. He was like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah." I was like, I would have said, you know what? Cut the show, cut the lights. cut the cameras. I'm dead ass. We can do this scene another day. I would have told Gerald, like, either you get it together or I would have cursed that man out. He literally was like this. Yeah. Yeah. Like, he was like, I was like, what is going on? He was literally talking like he was on his way to get a root canal or something. I was in shock. I was in shock, y'all. He could care less. No, for real. He would have been cursed out playing with me like that. So now she's asking if he wants to go on the trip with her because Cynthia did say they could invite a +1. He's like, no, I'll let you handle that. So Shamia's like, well, I'm not shocked because he doesn't like hanging out with this girl group. Shamia, I know you want to dress it up because it looks bad, but you've got to stop saying that he's not comfortable in front of the cameras. We've seen husbands who don't like the cameras, but they still give a better show than that. Gerald looks like he could care less. I mean, that's an understatement. He can't even try. He can't even fake the funk. He couldn't even smile in this scene. He was like this. He was like this. Yeah. Huh. Yeah. Huh. Yeah. Yeah. Then he turned off and left. Shamia, this was a fool. This was a fool. And I have thoughts on some other things, but this is a fool. No, for real. He was dry. He literally, I mean, I'm so serious. No, okay, wait, hold on. That's what it gives. That's what it gives. It gives that. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, it was very robotic, giving automated responses. Oh my gosh. Yes, the human personification of crickets. No, it's true. So now, he says, I want to give you a quick update on the whole surrogate stuff. We're expecting the legal documents soon. Shamia says that unfortunately had to pump the brakes on the last surrogate because the last surrogate had a failed transfer and they're going in a new direction. She says it's sad because every time you have a new surrogate, the whole process has to start over again. So now Shamia's like, do you want a little brother? To her daughter, Shia. Shia says she wants a brother and a dog. So Shamia says, well, that's her last male embryo. What happens if it doesn't take? He says, we'll figure it out. So she says, he's such a glass half full guy. I said, really? Really? I don't see a glass half full. I don't see a glass half full guy. I don't see a glass half full. I don't know what I see, but I don't see optimistic. Yeah, is the glass in the room with us? No, for real. Wait, hold on now. Wait, hold on. You said y'all seen her marriage is almost over and y'all are laughing. Well, I mean, in all fairness, though, she's putting her marriage up for us to talk about. If she were so concerned about this, she wouldn't even be on the show. I don't, you can't come on, when you come on a public platform, you're now liable to, you open yourself up to whatever critiques and jokes and comments. I mean, we all have two eyes. Everybody has two eyes. That, there's something going on. And he sounded a mess. He sounded a mess in this scene. I'm sorry. I'm just saying. She says she can't do another round of IVF and guarantee another male embryo. Are we going to do donor eggs if it doesn't work, or are we going to adopt? A conversation that we've yet to have. If you've yet to have that conversation, then that means that he's determined to get his boy, I feel, in any which way. I don't think, the way it sounds, I don't think that he wants to use a donor egg or adopt. That's the way it sounds to me. I want to say something so bad. I want to say something so bad, and it's not being disrespectful, but I'm just like, you have two beautiful kids. Let me just move on. Let me just move on. Let me move on. Thank you, Dorothy. You said it for me. You said it for me because that's what I wanted to say. Thank you for saying it so I don't have to say it. Thank you. We see each other for real. Like, we'll talk. Thank you for saying it. Thank you for saying it. You said, why are you having a serious conversation in a closet in front of your daughter and cameras? That's why he's looking checked out, because she's an airhead. I can't stand that either. It's a blessing to have daughters. I feel the same way. I feel the same way. Child, no, for real. No, he's 25 years older than her, right? He's 20 or 25 years older. Like, you're blessed to have two beautiful daughters, and child. You said it's an ego thing. The boy gets to carry on the name. I'm one of 6 girls. It's a blessing. Oh, that's so cool. That is so cool. Child. You said, I think he's a private man who feels that she's making their lives a spectacle and is tired. Some men are obsessed with legacy. He's 63. Okay, so he's 20. He's 20. Wait, Shamia's 43. He's okay. So it's an even 20 years. Okay, thank you. But that's still a big age gap. But anyhow, Shamia says, if you change your mind, I'll be in Dallas waiting for you in this cute dress. So she's like trying to be all cutesy, doing all this. And he had already turned his back and left. I said, what kind of conversation is this? And when the camera cut back to Shamia's face, Shamia looked hurt that he had already walked out the door. I mean, I was waiting for him to walk over to her and give her a hug, a kiss on the forehead, a kiss on the lips, something. And there was no affection, just, okay. And he'd already turned to go to the next room. Jesus. That's exactly what it gave. I'm glad that some of y'all say the things that I think about saying, but that's exactly what the way he turned around and left, that's exactly what it gave. That is exactly what it gave, honey. That whole interaction was very cringe. I agree. That's exactly what it gave. God bless. Shamia, if I were you, I would have asked production to cut this scene out. So now we have Porsha at home packing for Dallas, and her rent-a-man, Mike, comes over. We already know that Mike he's been on reality shows before. He was on Ready to Love in season 1, I think. Let me know. Y'all said season 1 or season 2, but yeah, he's been on TV before, getting paid the day rate and a gas card. So anyhow, he jokes about not having a key yet. I said, sir, stop. First of all, Porsha, I'm surprised that you couldn't get another man to come and play along with some money, because we all know that Mike does not have the coin for you at all, okay? And then him acting like he wants a key to your home, absolutely not. So now, we see that he sent over some roses. Porsha says these are gorgeous. And she says that Mike is really sweet and Sway is fine as hell. But right now she's just dating, enjoying the company of whoever admires her and entertains her. And that's what dating should be. Dating should be fun. The purpose of dating is get to know people, have some fun, just be carefree. It shouldn't be so serious and so rigid, right? So now they're in her closet and she says she's packing for Dallas and she's like, are you going to come? He says, yeah, I'm coming, baby. He was looking at her like, yeah, girl, once you book my ticket, once you book my flight and my hotel, I'll be there. Mike is definitely giving paid performer. No, it's true. It's true. Oh my gosh. So now Porsha says that there's going to be a gala in Dallas. And so it's going to be a Dallas themed, like the show Dallas is going to be a Dallas themed gala that Cynthia's hosting. So Porsha says that she's not having the best day today. The divorce settled not long ago, but she just listed her mom's house and people have a lot to say about that, saying, why are you doing that? Why don't you just keep this and let that go? So she says that this is where she gets her money that she put out. She says that she bought her first house in Duluth after her first divorce. It was her first big purchase. It symbolized her hard work and independence. I remember that first house in Duluth. It was beautiful. I was proud of Porsha. She did that, right? So she says going through the divorce, the house has $1 million worth of equity and it's a good time to pull it out. She already has 3 offers. She says that was the home that she raised Pilar in, the home that she thought that her mom would be in for the rest of her time. She says, contrary to what people believe, I actually do plan out my life. I mean, I'm not so invested in Porsha and the whole house situation. Porsha, she knows what she's doing, okay? She knows what she's doing. And listen, if you have all that equity in the house, pull it out and get the money. I'm not mad at that. But I do wonder where Miss Diane is going to go now. Is she going to move in with Porsha in this new house with Simon that her and Simon built? Or is she going to go somewhere else? I wonder. Child, you said Porsha's selling the house because she can't afford to keep the payments on Simon's house. Okay. Porsha had plans to be a rich man's wife. Porsha's very strategic. Yes, she's very strategic. Her temporary home, you mean? Oh yeah. She has to be out of this home in within 3 years, I believe. You said we know she saw that house she's in now and got right to the drawing board, okay? Oh, no. Eat pizza on her white furniture and in the bed. Oh, no. Porsha's gonna move in with Sway, honey. Is she gonna eat pizza on the sofa? Is the plan in the room with you, Porsha? Oh my Lord, Simon is paying the bills, honey. You guys are so funny. Okay, she doesn't have long to live in it. Yeah, she has to be out in 3 years. That's what I read. That's what I read somewhere. So anyhow, Porsha says that she does want to talk to Mike about something. Oh no, hold on. I will say that, remember how back in the day, in the earlier days, when they would have those in the moment, spur of the moment confessionals, where they would have it right there on the street or in real time? When they had this confessional in Porsha's closet, she was talking to the camera in real time. I like that. That brought me back to the old days of Housewives. And that was always a nice touch. So I was here for Porsha doing that confessional right there on the spot in her closet with Mike right there. I like that a lot. So now she says, I do want to talk to you about something. She says, she's 44, 2 marriages under her belt, a fiance and a child. She says, I've done a lot more than you have. I've been there, done that. You would be a good dad, but do you want kids? So now Mike says, are you saying that you don't want more kids? And she says, well, then we see a flashback of when she was hanging out with the girls. And she says that it was alarming because the other day, Mike told her that he wanted 3 kids and she's not trying to do that. Okay. It seems like Porsha wants to be one and done. She's over it. So Porsha makes it clear that she is unsure about more kids. So she's like, how do you feel about that? And Mike says that is a deal breaker for him. So Porsha's like, oh my gosh. Now, Porsha, you knew that you were not trying to be serious with Mike. Mike does not have the money. Girl, stop. So you knew. And I'm sure that if Mike had the coin, you wouldn't mind popping out one more if I had to guess. But Mike don't have the coin. Bravo's paying him to be your man for the moment. So please. 3 kids starting at 45. Okay. And listen, we're already tired of the Boses storyline on Beverly Hills. We don't, we're over it. We are over it. So bye, Porsha. Pay that man for his 3-episode special and tell him to get on. Porsha's just bored and horny, honey. Oh my gosh. You guys are so, for just pennies a day, honey. Y'all are so funny. Oh my gosh. You guys are so. I don't know. You guys are taking me out. A lot of us share the same brain because I was thinking that too. Oh my gosh. You guys are so silly. Oh my gosh. Y'all are so. You said congratulations and happy birthday. You said Porsha's paying that man an exposure, honey. Oh my gosh. You guys are so funny. Oh, no, Jameer, please. Oh gosh. All right, y'all. So now we have some short scenes. We have a short scene with K. Michelle getting ready for an event. She's going over her Dallas trip with her team. And she says that she's never taken a girls trip with other women before. She's excited, but also fearful. She lets them know that she did speak to Porsha the other day. Porsha apologized. She says, hopefully we'll build a friendship, but I'm going to keep my eye on Porsha because Porsha got some slickness to her and Phaedra. So now we have Porsha at a spin class meeting up with Phaedra and Angela. I could not stop laughing because Phaedra, Angela, and Charles arrived at the same time. So Charles is opening the door for both of them. And he's like, wait, do I know you to Phaedra? And they all share a good laugh. Because the way Charles said he did not know that lady in the last reunion, I could not stop laughing. Glad to see that Phaedra and Angela are cool and they can all joke about what happened last year. All right. So Phaedra says they call me the godfather, but I think that Charles is the godfather. I don't want any problems. So when I tell you, Charles always has like the funniest, strangest comments because he's dropping Angela off. And then he says to her, go fight like Mike Tyson. I was like, what? Like, why would you say that? Fight like Mike Tyson. She's going to spin class. Like, it's not a boxing ring. Child, a lot of these marriages are something else on these shows. Again, I'm always waiting for a little kiss, a little hug, something. He just dropped her off at spin class, said, okay, bye, and then went back into the car. I said, okay. Can we see some affection? But I guess that's too much to ask, honey. So, oh my gosh. So now, this spin class, this whole scene, I'm so sorry, but it gave me so fake. Nobody broke a sweat. They must have been on those bikes for only 10 minutes because I'm sorry. When you are really in a spin class, you are drenched in sweat. I know I am. Soul Cycle will have you sweating buckets. Nobody cracked a sweat. There were no towels out. Nobody took a sip of water. I said, this is so fake. Y'all were on that bike for 2 minutes tops. Phaedra was on that bike saying, "Ooh, child. Ooh, girl." It was all that. Porsha was sitting up there pretending like she was pedaling. Angela had her fan out the whole time. I said, y'all are sitting around playing, honey. Please. Yes, you don't want to be seen anywhere when it's over. You don't. They had their fangelas. Exactly. I said, I'm sorry. Y'all are not serious. This whole scene was fake. So now they take a break, and Phaedra makes a joke because she was like flirting with the instructor. So she says that she's single, but she's not desperate. She says, I don't want to date anybody in fitness. My ex-husband was in fitness. Phaedra, your ex-husband did not have a job. There was no real employment. You were giving him money. You were propping him up. You were the breadwinner. And that's why your marriage failed. Okay? Yeah. So saying that Apollo was in fitness, he wasn't in fitness. He was in the strip clubs with your money, with the women that he actually wanted. No shade. You said yourself, you don't know what your husband does for a living. So please stop. Enough. Apollo was a scammer. What fitness? Exactly. She said fitness. I think she meant fraud. He was in fitness in the prison yard. Oh yes, she married that man right out the halfway house. Your ex-husband was in jail. Fitness where? Apollo did fine money. Oh, Apollo was in crime. Okay, Apollo was in fraud. Exactly. Yeah, wait. She said yes. She said that he was in asset recovery, then he was in fitness, then he was a motivational speaker for young boys, and then it was, well, I don't know what he does, child. Just ask him. So please, that means that's code for there is no job. She's fronting like he has a job and he doesn't. So oh my gosh. So she says, give her somebody chubby. Don't even be too fine. Let me fix him up. I said, Phaedra, I think you need to just hope that the next person that you deal with has a real job and some money in the bank. Okay. That's what I think you need to focus on that. You're another one who always has a rent-a-man. When you were on Married to Medicine, you were dating this fake doctor, imaginary doctor, a figment of your imagination. But there's never been a real boyfriend on these shows. Besides Apollo, it's always been fake boyfriends, fake men, imaginary men. So please stop. You're not a fixed address, honey. Oh my gosh. You said, where's your briefcase? Oh no. Y'all better stop it. The I can fix him is so tired. You know, it is. The doctor with a face covered in pictures. Yeah, with an emoji over his face. So she said she's single, but isn't check with her yet for a year. She told her herself. Yeah, that's what I said. In the premiere episode, remember? She brought the guy to Porsha's black party. Now all of a sudden she's, well, I guess she's right, because if you're not married, then you are single. So she is right off it. She's not lying. But I didn't believe that fake boyfriend that she brought in the first episode of this season to Porsha's house. But I digress. So Apollo was the OG businessman in the breezeway. You said those men were her clients. Phaedra's giving us nothing. I agree. He's probably a cousin. She never said that was her man. No, she said that was her boyfriend, because the production said Phaedra's boyfriend. And she brought him around last season at the finale. So who knows? Oh no, Andrew Jackson, you better stop. Oh, really? Oh, okay. So this is a fake relationship for a storyline. You guys have me yelling. So now Porsha says, I don't want to speak for you, but at the same time, I like how you guys are doing well about Phaedra and Angela. Angela says, yeah, we hashed things out. Phaedra said, yeah, maybe you and I can have some Harold's chicken together. So Angela's like, oh, you want to come to Chicago? So Angela says in her confessional that she's being the bigger person. She decided to apologize to Phaedra, but best believe she still remembers what happened between her, Porsha, and Phaedra. It's still at the forefront of her mind. So Porsha says that recently she met up with K. Michelle and they brought up Pinky. And she brings up how K. Michelle told her that there's some friction between Pinky and Phaedra. So Phaedra's like, well, Pinky and I have known each other for 15 years. What issue does she have with me? So now they tell, Porsha says, well, yeah, she's saying that you said that she eats meat. So Angela says, yeah, Shamia said to me that you said that she used to own a rib joint. So Phaedra says, well, yeah, she did. So Angela says, well, you were saying that she's eating meat in her closet. So Phaedra's like, wait, she said that I said that she eats meat in her closet. So we see the flashback from 3 weeks ago. Phaedra and Shamia are on the phone, and Phaedra's telling Shamia that before Pinky was vegan, Pinky did own a Jamaican restaurant where she served meat. How Shamia got that from that is a stretch. Again, y'all know how I feel about Phaedra, but I have to be fair. Phaedra did not say anything about a rib joint. She said she owned a Jamaican restaurant before she was vegan. That's it. Okay? Shamia was being very messy with that. Phaedra says Pinky has bigger fish to fry than eating meat because I saw it on the real news what's going on with her. She says that she was late on her rent. She says, you want to talk about me saying that you're the Hamburglar. That's the least of your issues. So now Angela's like, are you attending her event? And Phaedra says, yeah, I am. Angela, what are you bringing? So Angela says that I'm in charge of bringing the underwear. And now Phaedra's like, do you want to help? You want to give me some money towards this formula? Because the formula is over $4,000. Do you know the formula is over $28 a can? I was like, oh my gosh. Baby formula is that much? Yeah, it's like stuff like that. It's like, that's a deterrent. When you hear things like this, you're like, you know what? Maybe I don't know about kids, honey. I'm like, damn. Now, Pinky, I will say, you're sitting up here talking about Phaedra like a dog, but then asking her for $4,000 in donations. You can't do that. Like, I'm all for helping. I'm all for being charitable. But if you have an issue with me and you invite me to your charity event, can you just call me up before you ask me to write a big check? Because you can't talk about me like a dog, making assumptions, then ask me to cut a big check to help you out, help the community out for your cause, in my opinion. Okay? You said 4,000 is outrageous. In this moment, I couldn't help but wonder how much would Britt Eady have brought. Oh, well, Britt Eady wouldn't have brought anything. When that did remind me of last season when Britt Eady came to that to Shamia's house when Shamia was sending over the aid for the people of Grenada, and Britt brought over a pack of toilet paper, 6 rolls of toilet paper, a pack of Bounty paper towels, and a chicken wing. I was floored. Britt Eady would have brought nothing. So. Yes, you said Drew in this episode. I didn't even realize that. Yes. Britt would have donated the leftover napkins from her slutty vegan order. Britt would have brought a pack of gum and mints. Oh, okay. Hold on. Drew being absent. Thank you for clarifying this because I was confused. I wrote that in my notes section. I said, wait. Did Drew send in her donations? She was in charge of the deodorant, I believe. I hope she still donated, even though she couldn't come because she was sick. Please don't tell me that she used her illness. She used an illness to not send anything for the community. So I said, my God. Hey, Darkchild99, thank you for the super chat. Brooke, the high cost is for the vegan formula, not the regular formula. Don't get discouraged. Have them future kids. I'm screaming. Oh yeah, she did say it was vegan formula. Okay. Drew sent in a stupid wig. She has a closet full of those. Child, you said Drew is cheap. Yeah, Drew is cheap. Drew is very cheap. I noticed that. Because when she first joined the show, when they had that Secret Santa, that white elephant episode in the finale, when she first joined the show, and they were supposed to spend $1,000 each, and she came in with that $34 pet carrier, and that cheap wig only spent $50. That was a mess. So Drew making $12,000 a year. She ain't got $4,000 to spare. Oh my gosh. So anyhow, Phaedra says that she's fixing to pump again and give her some powdered milk because the formula is so expensive. Now, Phaedra, I did laugh at that. That was really funny. So now Porsha says that Pinky asked her to supply the book bags, which is fine, but she asked for her to fill the book bags up with toys, puzzles, books, and crayons. She said, girl, take my Amazon account and just order away because, like, who has the time? So now Phaedra says, if you're mad that I said that you're eating meat, don't take my donation. Well, Angela says, don't take my donation then. So now Phaedra says that I might have to give you a blank check. They were all like, girl, a blank check, you do know what that means, right? Like if you give a blank check, that's a good thing because I can write in any amount. If you have the money, I can write whatever I want. Like that's great for us. So Porsha was like, girl, a blank check, then I need to have an issue with you too. Now we all know that Phaedra has the money. Phaedra has several jobs. She is a mortician, lawyer by night, reality star by day. She's a Reiki healer also on the side. So she has all sorts of jobs, all sorts of income coming in. So mama is she has it. So now we see Angela in a team meeting for her fans, right? We know that she is always hot, always has her fan with her. So she says the hottest bitch in the room has arrived. She's speaking to her team. So she says she's not the only woman who gets hot, and it's nothing to be ashamed of. So she's going over the budget for the fans. She says that the budget, she's thinking of $30,000 for the products, and then marketing will be $10,000 to $15,000. I said, Angela, when it comes to marketing and promotion, you might need to up that budget. Like I'm not trying to be funny, but 10 to 15,000, that's a bit too light on the marketing side. If you want these fans to be out to the public and be seen by the people to buy, you're going to need to spend some money. Just saying. You said you're not buying those fans? Damn. All these employees give Jen Shop. Wait a second. Okay. Stop. Get out of my head. Get out of my head. Why did I think that? My first thought was, how much did Angela pay for this rented office space? And where did this team of 10 people come from? And how much did she pay them? It gave very much. She's giving them the day rate. The folks who are part of a union, SAG-AFTRA, it's giving that. It's giving very much. She gave them each what all the extras get paid, $125. $125 for this scene and some craft services and a gas card and a thank you for your services. Okay. Yes. Sonia's interns. Okay. So very disorganized team meeting. Yes. Groupon actors. No, it's true. Oh my gosh. Let her spend $10,000, but we ain't buying them fans anyway. Charles looked confused. Remember the first season of Atlanta when Lisa Wu was on the show and Lisa Wu rented that office space saying how she's an entrepreneur and she has all these businesses that didn't make any money, by the way. And she had that fake real estate meeting, didn't even have a real estate license, by the way, but I digress. But yeah, it gave very much Lisa Wu in season 1 with all these fake businesses and this fake team that she wasn't paying. No shade, no shade. She put an ad on Craigslist. Those are agency employees. It was getting very much temp agency, okay? So anyhow, Angela's manager is asking how many fans does she need to sell so she can recoup her money. So Angela says, I want to recoup after the first rollout. So now she says, I don't want to run into what happened to me before when it comes to selling the homes. She kept throwing good money after bad and kept buying more and more homes. She says it's bigger than the house is. I need to win. Angela, you can't. I feel like you're so determined to prove a point to Charles that you're a businesswoman. It's okay if you're not an entrepreneur. Like everybody's not meant to be self-made. Like it's okay. Don't try to prove a point, but lose all this money in proving the point. Like I don't know. That's not how you win. It's true. And it also feels like desperation. So I don't know. Those fans were a moment. They might not be marketable unless Angela's another stellar season. I agree. Fans aren't difficult. Just literally just white labeling. Angela just has something to prove, throwing money away and nobody cares. I agree. You said Angela would do better with a Dyson fan sponsorship or a Shark fan. Yes, I think so too. I think that she should look for an endorsement of an already big brand. That's in my opinion. So, yes. Also, this should have been done last year. And Angela, you were at BravoCon. BravoCon was this past November. That was the perfect time to have a booth to sell the fans. To wait now, it's like you kind of missed the mark. The momentum is gone. I don't know, Angela. I feel like this was a missed opportunity to have the fans already up and selling. So I don't know. And they make, I mean, a lot of the women sell their they sell their stuff at BravoCon and make a nice amount of money. So you said there are too many on Amazon. Nobody cares about the fans anymore. Maybe they're interns. Why you said that was the time to sell them. I agree. So now Angela says that she was warned several times about buying those houses and she ignored them anyway, and she paid the price dearly. She says when it comes to her fans, the Fangelas, she's going to seek wise counsel this time around. So now her manager says the product alone is going to cost them about $20,000. Another member says a total of $50,000 should do it. So Angela says that she's not going to stop believing in herself even if she fails. Then she says that she's going to see if her husband will give her half of the money. So right as she says that, guess who walks in this meeting? Charles Oakley. So she's like, she says that she wants Charles to be the face of the handheld fans for men. He was like, I don't want to do that. That's not a part of my brand. I don't need to hold up a fan. He was not amused at all. Angela, I think that you are winging this as you go along. You are flying by the seat of your pants and not in a good way. It seems so forced that everybody can be like Bethany. I agree. Charles' wallet was burning in his pocket. It was. Yeah, she said it was something about fans for men. He was like, what? He said, I'm not holding no damn fan. Hey, Rich the Fish, thank you for the super chat. There was another housewife who came up with a lot of stupid products. She's not faring too well, from candles to African restaurants to courses on insurance. Now, Rich the Fish, why? Now, Rich the Fish, because you actually had me saying, like, wait, who are you talking about? Oh. Now, listen. I didn't say anything. Rich the Fish said it. I didn't say anything. Rich the Fish said it. Y'all always find a way, honey. Move along, Claudia, honey. Exactly. You said men don't need fans. Oh, no. They are universal, but listen, Charles he's from a different era. I caught when he said something weird last season about men shouldn't be drinking sweet wine or something like that. So I'm not surprised that he doesn't want to hold a fan. So you have me screaming. You said men don't get hot. Who said men don't need fans? Oh gosh, you guys are so funny. Oh my gosh. You said I don't need a fan. I'm from the Bronx. Listen, y'all are in rare form today. Hey, Rich the Fish, thank you for the super chat. Look like $1 million. Lend some to Kenya. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Oh goodness. Hey, Darkchild99, thank you for the super chat. Shamia's husband looks like he gives the camera and audio crew a migraine as soon as they walk through his door. He probably fusses during every second of being mic'd up. My gosh, what a grimace he was. What a grimace he has. Hey, Carly C, thank you for the super chat. I feel bad because I don't think Charles is a bad man. He's very supportive of Shamia. I think he realizes that she's lost the plot. He's a businessman with a lot going on and a good dad. You know what, Carly? I think that is another very fair assessment of Gerald. I think that he might be overwhelmed, but he could do a better job. He could do a better job of showing up for his wife on camera, in my opinion. And then on top of that, just their body language and their whole interaction, it kind of gave me the impression that there might be something else that we're not seeing. It kind of, it just gave me room for pause, in my opinion. But yes, he has been supportive of her, but I still have a bit of a side eye, like, you get what I'm saying? But you said that he's very nice in person. He hates the camera. That's fair. You said I agree with Carly's take. He can at least look at her. I agree. I mean, I'm sorry. I think that when you show up like this, when it's like this, yeah, all right, yeah. When you have no emotion, there's no electricity in the scene with you and your wife, I'm a bit concerned. Yes, honey, I want him to clock in. He can't even smile. You might as well not be there. Yes. Okay. They make excuses for that nonchalant man. This is my He was always very dull. Oh my gosh. Okay. You can hate the cameras and still be complimentary of your wife. I agree. Brooke, please clip that for a YouTube short. Yes, it's a mug off between Charles and Gerald. Yes. Oh gosh, stick some smelling salts back into that man's nose and bring him back to life. Oh my gosh. So now Angela asks her husband if he'll help invest the money for the fans. He says, "Oh, really? Another one of your projects?" Then he says, "Okay." He doesn't seem to be on board with this. You can tell that he's not amused. He's like, oh my gosh, you already lost $2 million with these damn houses. Now this fan idea, let's see if I hope this works. So Angela says, contrary to popular belief, my husband does support me. Every time you have to say that, let me move on. If you have to say that all the time, who are you trying to convince, yourself or us? So she says that she asks him for money and then she sees him in the bedroom. She knows how to work the Bank of Charles. So now it's the day of Pinky's community giveaway event. And it was really nice to see all the people that came out and received all of the toiletries and the meals. That was really nice. Good job, Pinky. But Pinky says in her confessional that her mom worked 4 jobs. And we spoke about that last week. And we talked about that last week. So let's just move on along. She says that when she was born, her father was sentenced to 30 years in prison. So she understands how to navigate these hard days. God bless you, Pinky. It makes sense why you have the mentality that you do, but I need you to break out of that. I need you to know that it's okay to ask your husband for help. Okay, that's what he's there for. So now she says when people say that she's only doing this because of the lawsuits, she says, no, I've been doing this. So now we have K. Michelle arrive. K. Michelle looked amazing. She came in with a 30-inch bust down. She looked phenomenal. So now Pinky says that Drew had a respiratory infection, so she couldn't come. She can't make it today. And it's clear that Drew did not send in any toiletries, which made me really sad. And Drew, I hope that you clear that up on the after show. I hope that you did send something. So now we cut to Phaedra's house and Porsha's over. And mind you, since Pinky's vegan, Phaedra had a nice spread prepared for the both of them because they don't want to go to Pinky's event hungry. Porsha says it might be tacky to eat before an event, but we're Southern divas. Nobody wants to eat just vegetables. Now, Porsha, it's not tacky to eat before an event because sometimes if you know that somebody's cheap, there's not going to be any food. You're not going to like the food. It is wise to eat something beforehand. It's only tacky to come somewhere empty-handed. That's it. But you're not tacky to have some food before you go, right? So, and the food looked good. I mean, Phaedra always has a nice spread at her home. I'll give her that. So now Porsha says, we're going in today. You already know that Angela probably ran her mouth to Pinky about what we talked about at spin class the other day. So Phaedra says, Pinky's a nice person. It's so silly that she has an issue with me because if you did, pick up the phone and call me. So as they're talking, Phaedra's son Aiden comes in the room. Porsha gives him a big hug. She's like, oh my gosh, you're so tall and handsome. I haven't seen you in forever. How are you? And we find out that they get out of school early on Friday, so he's home early, and he says he's about to take a nap. Porsha and Phaedra's reaction was so weird to me. They were like, a nap in your black mama's house? Since when kids can't take a nap now? I'm going to say this because I'm really tired. And I think you already know where I'm going with this. I think it is a little bit of kitchen table talk, but I don't care. Resting and relaxation should not be looked at as revolutionary acts. I don't know why some Black people are determined to be struggling, tired, exhausted, mentally, emotionally spent. I'm confused. Like, some Black people are so addicted to this idea of struggling and being exhausted makes you this noble person. It's like, no, are you okay? Like, I could not imagine not taking a nap when I was younger. Like, I just, there's a lot that needs to be unlearned. Like, I just, when I hear certain things and I'm like, I would not have made it in 90% of other households. If I had lived in if I had been born to another family, I would not have made it, because I would not have made it. I would not have made it. Because what do you mean that napping is a big deal? It was so weird. It's not funny at all. It's not funny at all. I could not believe that. It is ridiculous. And then when Phaedra was like, yeah, I had to wash the baseboards and clean the floors and mop and put the meat in my mom's crock pot and do this, and okay, and then it was not funny. I wasn't here for that. And then Porsha was like, yeah, when I was little, I couldn't nap and all this stuff. I'm like, what? Really? I couldn't imagine. I just, And then Phaedra was like, sometimes I just randomly punch them just to make sure that they don't try me because they're boys. I understand being harder on boys because you are raising men, but they have their father to teach them how to be a man. You just punching them randomly. I'm just like, really, Phaedra? Like, I don't know. I didn't think that was funny either. It was just really weird. And they seem to be good. Like, I could see if they were bad kids, if they were bad boys, but like they seem to be really good kids. I don't like all that. I don't know. Never mind. It's just like, is everybody okay? Is everybody okay? You said Phaedra was joking. Well, I didn't think it was funny. I didn't like the joke. So I didn't like the joke. So, I didn't like the joke, child. So, yeah, honey, I see folks tussling in these comments, honey. You're reading too much into the scene. Am I reading too much into it, or am I just giving my opinion on a show that these folks want to be on with their free will? It's funny to me because if I don't say what you want to hear, then I'm reading too much into it. But if I was, oh yeah, if I was on their side about what they were saying, you would love it. I'm giving my opinion. I didn't think it was funny. I want Black folks to stop diving into struggle, and I want to stop. So that's just, I said what I said. It is what it. You said put the finger up, Brooke. So listen. I just listen, y'all. I'm giving my opinion. Listen, y'all. Please don't take what I say as a gospel truth. I'm just one person. I am just one girl giving my opinion. That's it. That's all. All right. If you don't agree, that's fine. I don't need the slick comments saying I'm too invested. If I weren't invested in the show, it wouldn't be fun to watch. So let's just move on, honey. Let's just move on. Let's just move on. Oh my gosh. You agree I'm reading too much into the scene? Well, it's funny. I never even seen you before. So the first time you comment is to say something. I'm giving my opinion. I'm giving my opinion. That's it. That's it. I didn't think it was funny. If you thought it was funny, that's great. I'm not mad at you. God bless you. May heaven smile upon you. But I'm just saying I didn't agree with the scene. I didn't agree. Now I'm reading too much into it. And it's funny how folks, the only time that you comment, say something negative. So, all right. Well, all right. Just, this is just really crazy. Do you see, honey, folks are coming out the woodwork over my opinion about one little scene. This is ridiculous. This is really ridiculous. Jesse, I am screaming, honey. Sounds like you're too invested. I am yelling so loud. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Jackie. Thank you, Jackie. I appreciate you. Thank you for the super chat. Always voice your unedited opinion, Brooke. Thank you. Jackie, the way these folks are about to run me out over my opinion over a nap, I might never say anything again, honey. Child, honey, the randoms are coming out of the breezeway. Yes, honey, they're reading too deep into my review. You look around Puerto Rico, honey. Okay, Jamia already got 3 folks out. Who's next? Who's next? You said Claudia's taking a nap in the breezeway, honey. They want to punch their sons in peace. This is ridiculous. Now, I thought I would have gotten more pushback over Shamia's scene with her husband versus that scene. I had no idea that folks would be so mad at my comments and opinions about this scene, about the punching. So everybody can have their opinion. Exactly. Yes, with every joke is some truth. Exactly. So we can I want to run around. Hold on. Because if I say that, then it's really good. I'm really gonna break it up. If I say that, listen, folks are telling on themselves. Folks are telling on themselves. I'm gonna leave it right there. 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 Come on, listen. So, all right, let's move along, honey. Let's move along. Oh my gosh. Hey, Carly C, thank you for the super chat. Brooke, I understand your point. My mom was like that, and I grew up having anxiety. I'm very sorry to hear that. It's a serious issue. Yes, that's my point. That's why you have so many Black people, so many Black women, so burnt out. They're anxious, they're exhausted, they're just tired. And because they grew up feeling like they couldn't rest, that's very sad. That was my point. That's all I was trying to say, y'all. So I'm sorry to hear this. You said you have PTSD from this scene. It's not funny. I'm very sorry to hear this, y'all. Oh, all right, y'all. Let's just move on, y'all. Yes, that's it. And I don't like that. I don't know what's happening today, child. I don't know what's happening today. Let's just move on. You never know what's gonna take people like over the edge. Hey, Nikki Chalet, thank you for the super chat. You're not wrong, Brooke. My family joked about abusing us too. I'm so sorry to hear that. It wasn't funny then. It's not funny now. Y'all gonna learn that struggle is not normal. Struggle is not foundational to Blackness. Yes, that's very true. That we deserve to have lives of ease and comfort and luxury and pleasure, not a life of struggling and hardship and strife and chaos. And we come on. But thank you for sharing. I'm very sorry to hear that, Nikki. I really am sorry to hear that. You didn't deserve that. You deserved better. So, and may I say one more thing? If you get blocked on here by being disrespectful and you feel like I was too harsh and you want me to unblock you, when you send me an email, make sure that you're respectful in the email, okay? Because one of y'all, you were blocked a few weeks ago, or no, a few months ago. It was during one of the Beverly Hills recaps, and you sent me some email saying, I'm going to tell YouTube, I'm going to tuck the head of YouTube because you blocked me and you better unblock me right now or else I do something. And I let you know, this is not what you want. I emailed you right back, so this is not what you want. I feel like I'm pretty fair. Let me be clear. When I block, it's not because you have a different opinion. It's because you were disrespectful in how you said it. You can disagree and say, Brooke, I disagree, but be respectful. When you're saying something rude, that's when you're blocked. But please don't play like it has to be whatever I want to hear. No, you are allowed to disagree. You've seen folks disagree with me, but do it respectfully. If you can't be respectful, then you will be out of here. All right? Okay. Yes. So, yes, that's what they were trying to say, honey. I said, oh, really? Yes, $1,000 if you send a stupid email. Yes, honey, people are nuts. People are nuts. Yeah, it was very deep. And then they sent me 2 emails and I gave it right back to them. I don't play that. So, all right. Hey, 99 Brushes, thank you for the super chat. Unfortunately, some of us grew up with parents who hated us, but we're working through it, Brooke. I'm very sorry to hear that. I know I really have a lot of empathy, a lot of love for those of y'all who grew up in not the best conditions. I really do. So, yeah, it's giving. I'm gonna go tell mom. No, it does give that. There's always some crazies out here. No, you'd be very surprised. I don't think my father, the inventor of YouTube, would be too pleased about this. Got smart and begging to get back in. I know, but you got smart. Then you send me an email, a crazy email. You don't even have the good sense to say, "Hey, Brooke, I think that you took what I said the wrong way." Because there are people that I have unblocked because they sent me an email saying, "Brooke, you took what I said the wrong way. I didn't mean it that way. My apologies." And I said, "You know what? My bad. I'm a little bit overzealous when it comes to that." If you send me a respectful email saying, Brooke, you might take it the wrong way, I didn't mean it that way, I will unblock you. I think I'm pretty fair. But if you send me some email saying you better unblock me or else I'm a apps, stop. Now I'm gonna pull that IP address up and have some authorities at your door. So you like now we get you get what I'm saying? So please. Oh my gosh. Yes. The person is crazy, asking to get back in the house, but still acting a fool. Exactly. Yes. Banging on the door like in the cartoons, and then talk about, oh, if you don't do this, I'm going to, do X, Y, and Z to you. Oh my gosh. Hey, hi, vibe. Thank you for the super chat. Brooke, you sound like someone's grandmother. You are new around here. I never seen you before. No, because I'm serious. I've never seen the username before, but they want to read me, but I never seen you before. So you use your first comment to say something nasty? What are you talking about? They're probably driving to YouTube headquarters right now. I have 1,087 people blocked. So oh my God. You said, don't make me call YouTube. Yes, like the head of YouTube gives a damn. Okay. Listen, honey, us YouTubers can't even reach the folks at YouTube. We had to send an email in our damn selves. So what do you think you're going to do? Oh my gosh. All right, y'all. Let's oh goodness gracious. You said now 1,090. Oh, block list longer than a CVS receipt, honey. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh gosh. All right, y'all. Let's just move on. We'll be up to 1,200 by next week. Yes, the gag is YouTube doesn't care, so they sounded stupid saying that. So, all right, y'all. Let's move on. So now, Phaedra says, well, we better start getting ready to go to the event. And Porsha's like, wait, where are we going again? Where is this at? So Phaedra says, well, it's in Edgewood. That's the place. This is the restaurant where she filed for bankruptcy. She says, and they saying what I have to do with your business and your money. So Porsha was like, oh, girl, like, stop. All this shade. So now we're back at the event. We see Kelly arrive, but Kelly is not feeling well. She's sick. So she's giving everybody an elbow bump because she doesn't want to hug because she's ill. So K. Michelle says to Kelly, I heard about what happened with you and Porsha because it happened to me too. She says, at the tea, I didn't know why you didn't say anything in the moment, but then it happened to me. And I'm like, oh, I completely understand. Now, K. Michelle, I understand that you were upset last week. Fair, valid opinions. Valid feelings. But let's not drag this out all season long. Porsha did own up to it. It was a mistake. She misspoke. She apologized. Let it go. You accepted her apology. I don't want to hear you in the confessionals throwing out more shade, talking about everybody. If you were still upset with Porsha, you should have told her right then and there when you had the sit-down conversation with her in the last episode. Don't sit up here and tell me you're okay with me, you're fine, and then you're still upset. No, let me know that you're still mad at me and you don't accept my apology, you don't forgive me, versus you saying you do, and then you're still going around talking about it. That's just how I feel. Okay? So now, Kelly says, we spoke briefly on the phone, but at that time, I'm not trying to hear any of it. Kelly, you're another one. I'm tired. I really am. You hugged it out with Porsha at that tea. Now, all of a sudden, you're still mad. The time to speak up was at that tea that you were still angry at her, not episodes later. Yes, her and Kelly are dragging it. So now we see Porsha and Phaedra arrive. Porsha hugs everybody except for Kelly. She pays, Kelly does. Kelly's face looked cracked. Not going to hold you. So now Porsha's like, did I ignore her or did I just not see her? We know Porsha ignored her. So now Kelly says, take a grass-fed burger, stick it up your ass. Pinky should have named a burger after Porsha, called it a Porsha burger. Porsha with a side of African. She keeps going on about the Porsha burgers. Even production was tired. They were like, are you done? Kelly, I cannot take this seriously when you are mute when you see Porsha. These reads, first of all, You're not the first person to call Porsha Horsha. That is so stale. It's so late. It's so tired. It was, yes, it was so corny. They said whatever that means. Kelly might be cornier than Shamia. I think so. Yeah, they were like, "Are you done?" Like, she was so annoyed with it too. She was not amused by Kelly going on and on about Porsha like that. It was enough. So again, Kelly, this falls flat on so many levels because you have not said any of this to Porsha's face. So now we see that Kelly does leave because she wasn't feeling well, so she leaves early. And now we see that Derek, Pinky's husband, he was there, but he has to leave early because he has another event to go to. Now, Derek, I know that you're a busy man yourself, but you're telling me that you couldn't stay for the whole event. This is your wife. This isn't a friend. It's not a relative. This is your wife. For you to leave, I mean, you weren't even there for like 15 minutes. You were already gone. You're like, okay, I have to leave. I'll see you at home. I was annoyed by that. I said, okay, all right. So now we have everybody there except for Drew and Kelly. Kelly already left. So we see that they're giving the backpacks and the toiletries out to everybody who's shown up. And Angela says that she knows what it's like because she had hard times growing up. She says there were times where she had to go to shelters and community centers. So this hits home for her. And we know that Angela's a huge philanthropist along with Charles. Charles feeds the homeless. They feed like thousands of people every single year, right? So we know that she's really big on giving back. So now we have one woman telling her story about how she took in, I think, like her niece or nephew. She didn't want them to go to foster care. And then Cynthia says, it's moments like this that remind you that people need a helping hand. And Cynthia's right. And again, I was really touched to see everybody put the nonsense aside to really help and be a blessing to other people. And that's the biggest thing ever. I was really happy because you could tell that folks really did appreciate the help. And I got a bit teary-eyed. I always get teary-eyed at those kind of scenes, right? So now we have Porsha asking how Pinky's doing. Pinky says that it's been a lot. She's about to file for bankruptcy. She says it's not because she has to, it's because she's starting a new business and she wants to have a clean slate. She says, I don't know if y'all saw that article about the $89,000 lawsuit. I can wipe my ass with that. It's messing with my reputation. Phaedra imitating Pinky saying, oh, I wipe my ass at $90,000 every 2 hours. She said, well, okay, girl, pay the rent man then. And Phaedra is right. Pinky, every minute you're talking out two sides of your face. We're crying for bankruptcy, but now we're saying we can wipe our ass with $90,000 like that. Girl, it's enough. Please. It's grating on my nerves. It's too much. 1 minute you got it like that, the next minute you don't. Yes, are you broke or are you rich? Like, girl, which one is it? Please. Take a shot every time bankruptcy is said. In my opinion, we will all be passed out. We will be, if we ever play a drinking game about bankruptcy this season, we will all be laid out on the side of the road. Pinky mentions bankruptcy every 5 seconds. We have not gotten one full scene with Pinky with her not talking about bankruptcy. Pinky, I told you this in the last episode, the last recap. Please, I appreciate you being transparent about what's going on, but we need more than the sob stories and the tales about bankruptcy. Can we get you on a lighter note? Can we see some happiness and joy, some loving moments with your family and your husband? I can't go another episode with the tears and the crying and the sadness and the pain. And you're just so distraught about bankruptcy and I'm doing it by myself. And it's just so hard when you have a whole husband who has $100 million. I can't do it. I can't do it. Please. For the love of God, for the love of all that is holy, please talk about something else. Because I'm not going another 14 weeks talking about bankruptcy. I can't do it. I can't. I mean, the violin is all getting tired. It's enough. Yeah, no, it's too much. It's too much. It's too much. You said arrogantly in debt. I'm confused. So now, Porsha's asking, when is the food coming out, the burgers, and Pinky's joking around. She says, I'm going to get you the one night stand. I'm going to get Phaedra the Hollywood hooker. So now Porsha's like, you don't have to get mad at me. We already know that you are vegan, that you don't eat meat. So Pinky says, well, that's because Phaedra's around here saying that I eat meat. So Phaedra says, no, I never said that about you. I never told people that you eat meat. So Phaedra says, Angela said that possibly Shamia said it. So now Shamia says, no, you did say that. Phaedra says, no, I didn't. So now Phaedra says, I remember telling you that Pinky had a lot of accolades and one of them was owning a Jamaican restaurant. So now we run the tapes back and Shamia and Phaedra were on the phone and Phaedra told her that yes, before she was vegan, she did own a Jamaican place. So Shamia got the story all wrong. So Shamia's like, oh, I swear I thought the lady told me that she ate meat. Shamia, you were trying to have a moment and it flopped, okay? The one time Phaedra wasn't lying. Exactly. Shamia is very corny. So now Angela says, that Phaedra said that. She always forgets what she said. And I said, Angela, any other time I would be on your side. But this is the one time that Phaedra actually wasn't lying. So now Pinky says, can somebody get me a manila folder? I used to be a producer for the Maury Povich show. Where's Maury at? The only meat that I eat is my husband's. So now, someone goes on to ask Phaedra, why would Shamia lie on you? So Phaedra says, because she doesn't like me. Now, hold on. Just last season when Phaedra came back on the show, Phaedra and Shamia were cool. They had made up. They were friends. So how do we go from we're friends again to now Shamia doesn't like me? I'm confused by that. Yes, Kelly's the one that said that Pinky ate meat. Exactly. So now Phaedra says, Phaedra says, you were talking about my kids. Shamia says, girl, when did I speak on your kids? So now we see a clip from last year. Shamia did an interview with the Shade Room, and the host asked Shamia, who would she pick to be her kid's godmother if she could choose between Cynthia or Phaedra? Shamia said, I would pick Cynthia because look at Noelle. She's a beautiful, articulate young woman. So if all else fails, my babies would be okay with Cynthia. There was nothing shady about that response. I saw it as Shamia and Cynthia are closer than her and Phaedra. And then on top of that, Shamia and Cynthia both have girls, whereas Phaedra has boys. There was nothing shady about that. And Phaedra, I'm sorry, I can't stand when you play these games. You know good and well that nobody said anything about your kids. And you look so dumb when Shamia was like, girl, are you kidding me? I just said that I would pick Cynthia over you because it's not a slight. I just would. And then she said, you're a great mom as well. You've done a great job with your boys. That was not a dig to you. And because you took it that way, doesn't mean that that's what I said. Again, Phaedra, that was a reach. You just don't like Shamia, because that was such a reach. I was annoyed by that. So now, and if I'm not mistaken, I feel like Phaedra has said some really nasty things about people, and she's made some really nasty comments about people and their parenting skills or whatever. I feel over the years in the earlier days. So for her to be so sensitive about, oh, that was a dig about, you'd pick her over me to be a godmother for your kids. I feel like had the shoe been on the other foot, you probably would have said a really nasty dig about, oh, well, I would pick her over her because she's the better mom. Like, I don't know. I feel like, Phaedra, you have a big mouth to be so thin-skinned at times, in my opinion. Yeah, they just don't like each other. That was a big reach. If anything, it was a dig to parenting. Phaedra says, foolish, that's a reach. A lot of reach with these storylines this season. Yes, that's what I thought. Phaedra's made beyond nasty comments. She needs to cut it out. Okay, thank you. Her and Shamia don't even share that type of relation. I agree. I agree. Yes, she has. These contrived beefs sound so corny. I'm just here for the recaps. Phaedra's full of it with the kids thing. Yes. Oh, okay. Listen, and still won't apologize to Candy for what she did. So, okay. So, okay, yeah. It was the same reach Shamia had with Britt. They just don't like each other. Phaedra's still mad at Shamia calling her auntie in earlier seasons. Oh my gosh, yes. No, she is. She's still butthurt about that. That was definitely a big whack to her ego. Very much so. She's still not over that. So now Phaedra says that she's fine with Shamia, but she has both eyes open when it comes to her now because she realizes that Shamia will turn what she says and cause confusion. So Shamia says in her confessional, that's cap. Phaedra, please, don't turn this around. You just want a problem with me. Now, Shamia, Phaedra might be reaching about the whole kids thing, but you do know that you and Kelly were messy about this whole thing about Pinky eating meat. Y'all were the ones who started that thing, not Phaedra, okay? So now Phaedra says, how are we going to go on a girls' trip when we're all fragmented? Cynthia says, I don't know, child, but what I do know is Pinky's not going to let you get a word in edgewise. I feel like none of them let each other speak when they're arguing. So I don't know why they're acting like Pinky doesn't let you talk. They all interrupt each other, in my opinion. So it was funny because things were getting kind of heated between Phaedra and Shamia, and Pinky was like, cut it out. We're not doing this. We're not here for that. Do this somewhere else. Don't do it here. And she's right. We're here to help out the community. Please don't make an ass. Let's wait. We're not here for all that. And I would have done the same thing. So I was not mad at Pinky for that. But we do see Pinky get on the mic, gives a speech, thanking them all for coming. Now, how much did Bravo pay Maury to come and do a little a confessional? Because we see Maury and he says, the lie detector determined that you're still a vegan. And Pinky says, thanks, Maury. They must have paid Maury a big bag for that. Because, Maury does not get out his bed for less than 6 figures. So they paid Maury to come out and make an appearance on Housewives. I said, okay, he got a nice check for that. Okay. Yeah, Maury showing up was a flex. I agree. Child would have had to clear my name. Sorry. I love a good pun, but I want Pinky to keep her man's meat out of the convo. Oh, they paid him $500,000? Pinky started with the question about the meat. Why bring it up? That's true. That's a good point. Because you're right. Because think about it. Because if this were my event, we're giving back. It's a charity day. I'm not bringing up any nonsense in the first place. We're going to wait until after the event is over to talk about it and hash it out. So you're right. Pinky did start the whole mess. Because if it were me, we would not be talking about anything until the day was over. So Shamia is an agent of chaos. Okay. Cynthia made me cackle and Pinky said, let's handle it in Dallas. And Cynthia said, not Dallas. Yeah, Cynthia said, don't ruin my trip, honey. Pinky needs to protect her brand. These women are unreal. Cynthia was not having that. Maury loves mess. Of course, he'd be on Housewives. Maury's confessional took me out. I hollered. Has Pinky never seen the show? The girls act a fool at all the events. You said Maury is trash. Keep him off my screen. Damn. Pinky wanted a scene. I think she is. I think Maury is still in contact with Pinky. And also, he was a surprise guest last night on Watch What Happens Live. It was Pinky and Rula in the clubhouse, and Andy brought Maury out. So I believe that they still are in contact. So now this next scene with Porsha at home, I don't have a lot to say. I don't. This scene went on a bit too long for me. I will say that Lauren, her sister, looked really good. Porsha looked really pretty in this scene. Porsha's daughter, Pilar, and her niece, Bailey, Lauren's daughter, are playing together. That was cute. And we see Dennis come over. Now, Porsha, why you don't have a doorbell? That home is too big, like Lauren said, did not have a doorbell. So we see Dennis come over, and Porsha's all nervous because Dennis notices the roses that she got from Mike. So he's like, oh, who gave you those roses? What does that card say? So Porsha picks up the card. She doesn't want him to see it. Dennis is really trying to pry to see who gave you those flowers. So now we see the set designer come named Torin. Now, hold on. Wasn't Torin on Candy and the Gang? His face looks familiar. I could have sworn he was on Candy and the Gang. Let me know. But he's over because he's going to be setting up one of the rooms in Porsha's guest house because Porsha's daughter is going to have a YouTube channel and Porsha's going to have a new a podcast with her sister. Now, one thing about these housewives, they love to start these podcasts and YouTube channels to leave them for dead. Porsha could not even keep up with her YouTube channel last season. She did 3 episodes and then left. Let's see if this YouTube channel with her and her sister gets off the ground. These girls are lazy. They look at YouTube as a quick buck. They don't realize how much work it is. And the minute they realize how much work it is, they say, oh, okay, I can't do this. You said podcast to nowhere. Podcast to do 1 episode every 8 months. Oh, no. Dennis came over looking like a wino. Not a wino, honey. Yes, let's see how long it lasts, friend. Okay, he was on Candy and the Gang. Thank you. Porsha ain't doing nothing. You said, why does Pilar need a YouTube channel? How old is she? I think she's 6 or 7. It's supposed to be like, she's going to be showing like, I guess for YouTube kids. So I said, hey, get that YouTube money. I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. Pilar might actually have a YouTube channel that lasts. She might be the YouTuber in the family because I don't know about Porsha and this YouTube channel and this podcast. Porsha has been down this road many times, and she's done 1 or 2 episodes and then left it for dead. So we'll see. We'll see. Okay. So we have Porsha and her sister and Torin in the guest house going over how she wants everything to be decorated in the room. She wants a section for her daughter, for her YouTube channel, and then the equipment for her and Lauren's podcast. So as they're in the guest house, Dennis is in the main house trying to find that card to find out who gave her those flowers. Now, a quick side note. This scene, all I could focus on was how gorgeous Porsha's home is. Porsha, I see why you fought tooth and nail to trick this man out his house and keep this house for yourself. It is stunning. That was $7 million well spent. The home is gorgeous. The outside, the pool, the cabana area, the guest house, chef's kiss. I mean, absolutely stunning. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. So now, as she's talking to Torin about how she wants everything set up, Dennis comes outside. And now, at one point, Porsha accidentally calls Dennis babe, right? So she's like, oh, it's muscle memory. That will never happen again. That was a slip up. I don't know if it's just me, but I still feel like there's some chemistry between Porsha and Dennis. Maybe I'm, being naive, Maybe I'm reading too much into it. Let me know if I'm too invested. Let me know if I'm too vested, child. Like I was invested in the last scene, but let me move on from that. But if it's is it just me? But Porsha and Dennis, I still feel like there is something there between them. I just do. I feel like there is. They're still screwing. Porsha still wants a hot dog man. Yeah, okay, you feel it too. Muscle memory after a whole marriage and divorce from another man. Okay, we see each other, honey. They slept a few times and slept together. I agree. They have lots of chemistry. Yes, no, I feel it. I feel it. Okay, we see each other. Honey, the chemistry is still there. Yep, Porsha said "bang" on purpose. She did. So they still toss and turn and call each other bae, please. So now Lauren takes Torrin. She's taking him back to the front door. So he's leaving. She's showing him out the door. And now it's just Porsha and Dennis. They're outside in the back going at it. So now Dennis is bringing up her black party. He's like, oh, how was it? So he was like, who was your date? So Porsha's like, who's feeding you all this information? The way this man knows what happens in my house in the midnight hour, he might have a camera here. So now Dennis says, we can't date people that we know or that we lived in the same building with. I guess apparently Mike and Dennis lived in the same building, so that's why he's saying that. So Porsha says, 1, I never spent the night at Mike's house. 2, I didn't even know that they lived in the same building. And 3, Dennis doesn't even live there anymore. He lives with his girlfriend. He lives in a house with his girlfriend. I feel like Dennis lives with everybody that he dates. I feel like every time Porsha talks about Dennis, he always has a new girlfriend in a new house. My God. So Dennis says, no, Porsha says, let's be clear. When you get tipsy at night and text me all these things, Dennis says, well, I texted you asking you where you want to date. And did you bring a black man to the black party? So Porsha says, it's a black party. Of course, I brought a black man or a black person. I don't know why that tickled me. You said Dennis is a loser and a cheat. Porsha needs to move on. Oh my gosh. I don't know why that tickled me, honey. I said, honey, I would have brought somebody else to the black party. I would have brought to the black party. Let's just move on. Dennis looked a mess. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. You guys have me on the floor, okay? So Dennis says, you should let me help you with your decisions when it comes to men. You don't make the best decisions when it comes to, men and dating. So Porsha's like, if you would ever commit, then you would know what it feels like to have a breakup. I love somebody. They love me back. It didn't work out. So Dennis says that he knew it wasn't going to work out. And now Porsha says, well, they told me not to date you either. So were you a bad choice too? Don't do that. You're one of the people as well. So now Dennis says that Porsha needs to take his advice because she needs to date correctly. Now, I'll say this. Dennis might have blown it with Porsha, but I do think that he has the right to feel a way about who she's dating, because I'm sure that he's thinking about their daughter. They do have a child, right? He wants to make sure that she's not bringing all these new people that she's dating around Pilar. Like, I get that. I mean, think about it. Pilar met Simon. That was her stepfather for 18 months? The way he cut out of both of their lives like that, I'm sure that was traumatizing for Pilar. So I can understand him saying, hey, I know how you move fast. I don't need anybody new meeting our daughter. We don't need anybody to traumatize her again. Like, I get that. So, yes, exactly. That's exactly. I think that he's looking at it from the point of he doesn't want Porsha to introduce new people so quickly to their daughter. So you said all you heard from Dennis was mumbling. You said men love thinking about their children, yet will have 50, 11 women around their daughters, dating and sleeping with multiple women. Oops. Child. Yes, I don't blame him. Yeah, you said, listen, child, the North remembers Portia's family of lies and my Kempire voice. Dennis has every right to be concerned. Yeah, I agree. So he should just say that. Yes, I do think he should say that. Dennis wasn't thinking about PJ. He was thinking about wanting Porsha. I could see that too. So now Dennis says that Porsha needs to calm down for 6 months. Now, hold on. Porsha says, I was married for a year and a half. We were together for 3.5 years. Am I mistaken? I felt like Porsha and Simon got married fairly quickly after they announced their engagement. They got married like a year after. So what does that mean? They were together for 3.5 years. So does this mean that y'all were already, seeing each other while he was married to Fallon? Somebody let me know, because I'm like, that kind of tripped me up. I was confused about that. Okay, thank you. They got married after 11 months. Porsha says telling on herself the math ain't mathin'. It's not mathin' at all. It's not mathin'. Gotta be overlap. Very much so. Underground Railroad. Oh my gosh. She also said there's 235 days a year. Porsha tells on herself every time. She told on herself. Yeah, she did. Yeah. The time was ever add up with Porsha. She got engaged to Simon 1 month after dating. Yes, it's always something. So Porsha changes the time. They were engaged while he was married. So yes. Jesus. So now Dennis says that she needs to sit down for 6 months. And now Porsha says, I'll make the executive decision. We're not going to have a YouTube together. I'm not going to do business with you. And you're bringing up my personal life. Now, no offense, Porsha, but I don't know about this YouTube channel in the first place. When it comes to YouTube, you leave it for dead every time. So I don't think that even if things were good between you and Dennis, I don't think that you would have done anything with it anyway. Just saying. So now we're at the last scene, and we see Pinky and her husband. They're on a walk, right? And Derek says that Pinky's dropping weight, and Pinky says that she's not trying to lose weight. She goes on these walks to clear her mind. So now Derek says that he's doing this to gain muscle or build muscle. So now Pinky says, yeah, you trying to be a bad bitch. Their conversations to me as a married couple are so off, especially on Pinky's end. She treats him like he's the prize. It's alarming. It's jarring. It's alarming. I can't. It's disturbing my spirit. It's time to get back to Christ. I'm so tired of it. She talks to him like he is the prize. But that's usually what happens though when there's some role reversal. That when the woman's in her masculine, so I'm not really that surprised. I said, okay, girl, if you like it. And he was just smiling at the compliment. I said, my God. Very much so. Very, very. And that's an understatement. So now Derek brings up her event, and he says the give back went well yesterday. I wish I could have stayed the whole time, but I had to go change for dinner. So Pinky says, yeah, but it was important to me, and I wanted my husband to be there. So now he says, you think you're the only busy one around here? I said, what is that to say to your wife? She's expressing that she was sad that you weren't there at one of her big events. Like, it's not a competition, sir. So now Pinky says, no, we're both busy. So Pinky says he's in the middle of this $10 million project for his cheesesteak restaurant. I get that, but I wanted him there for the moment. So now she brings up the Dallas trip. She's excited, but trying to figure out what the vibe is going to be. She says, we're going to see about how Dallas and this group mix together. She's going to be positive about the trip. So now she says, in other news, she met up with the bankruptcy attorney, and Derek's like, for what? So Pinky says to file for bankruptcy. So he's like, why are you filing for bankruptcy? She says, because of personal stuff. So Derek is like, well, how much is it? She says, about $5 million. So Derek is like, well, who else knows about this? So she's silent. We see the flashbacks of how the whole group knows, the whole world knows, but not her husband. So she starts getting emotional, and Derek says, this is about to be a public nightmare. So Pinky says it's already a nightmare. She's been fighting every day in the news every day, and now she's crying. So Derek says, you're not filing for bankruptcy. I'm going to give you the $5 million. I said, thank you. I said, oh, thank you, Jesus. Won't he do it? That is the best thing that Derek has said all season. And we're only 4 episodes in. Finally stepping up to the plate like a real man, a real husband should. Thank you. I was so happy to hear that. I was so happy to hear that. I said, it's about time. It's about time. Woo. Finally, honey. No, finally. You said Derek is vindicated. So now, Pinky says, I don't want you to do that. Now, Pinky, it's about to be you and I. You pissed me all the way off, and that's what I mean about the strong Black woman trope and the addiction to struggle and wanting to do things the hard way and not wanting to live a life of ease and happiness and joy. Because what do you mean your husband has just told you, baby, I got you. I'm taking care of all of that. That debt is mine. I'm going to pay that right off. Don't worry about it. And you're saying, no, I don't want you to do that. Pinky, I was livid. I was so livid. Like, are you insane? Like, what is going on? Seriously, like, there's some self-esteem issues. You obviously don't feel worthy of help, of provision, because there's no way. Derek would have been the first person I asked, baby, I need help. I need you to take this debt off of me, please, immediately. There's no way on God's green earth that I'm saying no. I was shocked. I was absolutely shocked. What's the point of having a man if you can go to the man for help? A man should be making your life easier. If it's the opposite, you need to be single. Period. You can do that all by yourself. To struggle with a man is insanity to me. It's pure insanity to be struggling with a man. I feel very sorry if that's the case. I really do, because that's like, what are you doing? You're playing this. You've lost the plot. You have lost the plot. If you are struggling with a grown man, you have lost the plot. You said, unless he's thrown it in her face before, then that's not a husband. And that sorry. What do you mean throwing it in somebody's face? That's his wife. He should be helping. I hope that's not the case. If that's the case, then I would be saying, because there's no way. What do you mean you're throwing it in my face? I'm your wife. A mess. What is she trying to prove? She looks dumb. I agree. So now, Pinky, Derek says, what do you mean? We're riding till the wheels fall off. I mean that. So now Pinky starts crying again. And Derek says, you had to start telling me the truth. I deserve to know the truth. And he's right. He does deserve to know the truth. How is your spouse the last person to know that you're about to file for bankruptcy? That doesn't make any sense. That's also a violation, right? Right. For my married folks, that's kind of a violation, right? So he says, I look at the news and I'm like, damn, I don't know what's going on. So Pinky says, I don't want to be a victim. You have a successful business. I don't want to pull you down. You guys are married. You guys are a team. He should be lightening your load, easing your burdens. He's in the position to ease your burdens. So what are we talking about, Pinky? I was too done. So Derek hugs her. He says, we're going to figure this out. He says, I know you're mighty and tough, but I'm 10 toes down with you. May I tell you something? If a man ever fixed his mouth to say that I'm mighty and tough, I would pass away on the spot. If a man ever fixed his lips to say that I am tough, strong, mighty, I know that I have failed. I know I have lost the plot and I have failed miserably, and it's time for me to see myself out and be with my Lord and Savior. If a man ever told me that I am tough, strong, mighty, heroic, I would pass away. Like I have my purpose has been like I have failed, and it's time for me to go. It is time for me to go. It's time for me to go. It is time for me to check out. This was cute. You know, this whole living thing was cute. This whole life thing was cute. I did it, saw some things, did some cool stuff. God bless. God bless. Game over. Game over. Stick a fork in me. I'm done. It's been real fun. Oh, here we go. Another contrarian that I've never seen before. It's not that serious, but I hear you. For me, it's that serious. Any man calling, well, I don't want anybody calling me strong or mighty because I'm not. But a man that I'm with telling me that, I have failed. So for me, it is that serious. And yeah, you are going to hear me because it's my channel. I can say what I want. And you got working ears. Talk about it's not that serious. Well, it's serious to me. So if it's serious to me, then it is serious. So please. Thank you. It's serious for us too. Okay. Happy birthday to you too. Okay. Honey, they have come out in full force. I don't trust that account name. Yeah, I don't either. And I think that was a troll from another video. I think that might be a second account, because I feel like I've seen that name before, a different variation of that name. Some dusty bum sitting in a dirty basement talking stupid. Please. Yeah, honey, whatever that means. Yes. Oh, you noticed that? This season's bringing a whole bunch of new subscribers, honey, who want to fight. They coming out today. It's making me tired. Honey, I'm a damsel in distress. Oh, exactly. You said your male boss told you that you quit a few months later. I know that's right. Jameer said, lock the doors, honey. Is there a crack in the gates? There has to be. I think that we have people who've been sitting for a long time, sitting quietly to make sure that they're able to comment. And now they want to comment and talk stupid. Because it's so ingrained in so many. That's why. So when they hear this talk, they can't take it. They're so used to seeing generations of the women in their families being the, I don't want to say it, being the workhorse. So they to see a Black woman who's free and living her best life, it's very bothersome. It really rattles people, because it shouldn't be that. In their pea brains, they're used to struggle and strife, and how dare you be happy with a smile on your face, living the good life, because they feel that Black women should just be living a life of that's how they feel. It's terrible. So listen, honey, I'm gonna spread the good word. I'm gonna spread the gospel. I'm gonna spread the gospel, and I don't care if I get pushback. It is what it is. So please, we want better for Pinky. We do. They do. So yes, no, it's true. It's true. Listen, it's true. So exactly, honey. Fragile. Yes, beast of burden mentality. Please block them and throw away the key. If my man calls me strong, independent, whatever, I'm out. Okay, no, it's true. It's true. Hey, Tynia, thank you for the super chat. I think Pinky potentially lived a childhood where she felt as if she was a burden, or potentially had parents who treated her needs as a disturbance. You can tell her behavior comes from years of trying not to be too much. Yeah, oh yeah, very much so. It's terrible. It's terrible. I feel very bad. She still has that mentality. I want her to break the chains, break free from it, break loose. So, yes, honey, I too am a damsel. No, it's true. It's so sad. I think you're right. Yeah, no, it's true. It's true. You about to get them really mad at me, honey. Yes, honey. No, it's true. And they can call us whatever they want. They can, feel free to call me that. I don't care. I don't care. They're gonna say it anyway. So it is what it is. But you have people who enjoy being offended. We are living in a day and time where there are people who enjoy being upset. They enjoy getting mad at somebody else's opinions. They know they don't like the person, they don't agree with the person, but they just have this urge, they have an obsession, a fixation to come back on and say something stupid, to say how much they don't like the person, but they can't look away. It's very sad. Oh, honey, they throw that out like it's candy. Listen, listen. They throw that out there all the time because God forbid they love to say that or the other one. Listen, I don't care. I don't listen. Say what you want. I don't care. I don't care. I just don't care. They love saying that. So, okay, say that again. People love to be controversial. No, it's very true. It's very true. Okay. Listen, it's wild out here. Mm, 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 mm. What did the person say? Didn't they just say they disagree? They were being smart. No, you can catch tone. They didn't say, there was some sass with the statement. And on top of that, I had never seen them before. So when somebody's saying something extra, you can tell the undertone, you know what I'm saying? And they want to just argue with you. So you get what I'm saying. They didn't just say they disagree. They had to put some stank on it saying, oh, it's not that serious. You get what I'm saying? Like, there was no point in saying that. You could just say, oh, I hear you, Brooke, but all that, it's not that serious. You get what I'm saying? Because if I let that slide, then I know that there's going to be something else coming out your mouth that's stupid. You know what I'm saying? Listen, honey, we got to nip it in the bud early, okay? They were definitely playing in your face. They weren't. No, they are. They really are. They are fighting words in New York. Honey, the energy was there. The energy was there. Everybody clocked the sass. They did. So... Say that again. If this isn't the truth, no, it is that. Listen, Black women are being unalived by these lunatics. It is that serious. Preach. So, some bum done derail the whole vibe. It's giving they wanted attention and to needlessly shake the table. No profile picking a weird name equals troll. No, it's true. They definitely tried it. So, we've been here a long time to know people are being nasty. No, it's true. Yes. It wasn't a disagreement. It was disregarding you as a Black woman. Yes, that's what it was. Thank you. It was more than that. So, what happened to quiet disagreement? They can't do it anymore. They got to let me know that they don't agree, they don't like me. And then you have folks trying to be smart saying, oh, you're being too hard on them. Now, the person who I just talked to, I'm not getting on you, but I get tired of those comments too. When people say, well, they didn't say anything, you're taking it too far, or was it that serious? You know what I'm saying? No, listen, you know when folks are trying it. And I'm not getting on you. You seemed lovely. I'm not getting on you, so don't think I'm getting on you. I'm just saying, when somebody's playing in your face. You know what I'm saying? We can decipher the tone. Yes. Saying it's not serious is disregarding someone's feelings. That's very true. Oh, Jameer, you got them out of there too? Oh, Jesus, Jameer. Lord have mercy. Oh, no. Jameer said, honey, if you agree with the troll, then you going too. Oh, no, Jesus. was trying to give them a chance. Lord, they're going to give me a reputation saying that I just block everybody. Well, they already saying, oh, she just wants folks to agree with her and da-da-da-da-da. It's whatever. Well, if I'm being honest, you have content creators where if they say they like the color red and you say I like the color blue, they block you for just saying that. So I feel like I'm pretty fair. Maybe I'm in my villain era now. So I guess that's what it is, honey. I don't know. I don't know what to do anymore. You know, you just get so many trolls that sometimes like I don't have my patience has really worn thin. So I really feel sorry for people who maybe if you don't mean it any way. And we block first, ask questions later. I don't know what to think. You know, I just want respect. That's all I want. I just want respect. I just want respect. You don't have to agree with me, but I just want respect. That's all I'm asking. If you can't get your point out, and be agreeable, then you have to go. So, no, it's true. No, the content creators that you're talking about, they're very strict. I mean, you have people where if they say they like coffee and you say I like tea, they'll block you for that. So I think I'm pretty fair when it comes to content creators when it comes to blocking, because you have folks where you have to say what they want you to say or else you're gone. I feel like I don't do that. If your tone is off, you get blocked for tone. You don't have to agree with me, but that tone needs to be right. That's all I'm saying. So, yes, thank you. The key word is respect. You can disagree, but be respectful. That's all I ask. Just be respectful. There's a way of saying things. I agree. You said at this point, if I don't agree with Brooke's opinion, baby, I'm going to tell it to my dog. Oh, no. Don't do me, friend. Don't do me. Oh, my gosh. Lord have mercy, honey. Yes, that's amen to that. Amen to that. Amen to that. So, no, for real, it's true. You can block people for whatever you like. It's your channel. But it's like, I don't want to be somebody where it's like, if you say one thing like, I don't want to seem like you got to say what I want you to say. No, you're allowed to have your own opinion. You just can't be disrespectful. That's all I'm saying. So, listen, sometimes it's hard to be, sometimes when you've gone through so much, and listen, don't cry for me, Argentina. I'm very happy and thankful for what I do. But when you've gone through a lot of trolls, you just don't have the patience like you used to have, so I might be a little bit quick to take people, just have them go right out the door. You said dog with the blog. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Wait, hold on. Oh Lord. Wait, hold on, y'all. Hey, Darkchild99, thank you for the super chat. This episode is the most we've gotten from Phaedra besides one sentence since 2017, if we don't count traders. I agree. Hey, Wolfpack22, thank you for the super chat. Now, Wolfpack, somebody said this in the last recap, and this comment, it brought out people getting very upset. I don't want to offend anybody, so I don't want to repeat what you said. So I don't want to be offensive. So I'm not gonna read the comment, but please don't be upset. I have to be respectful. But thank you for the super chat, Wolfpack. I appreciate it. But Wolfpack, please, we've had enough drama today. I don't need any more drama with people saying other stuff. Please. Hey, Ken Goddess, thank you for the super chat. Did you catch Derek's interview on Kirk Franklin's YouTube? No, I didn't. I didn't know Kirk Franklin had a YouTube channel. Baby, you see how this inflation is getting everybody get on YouTube, honey. I had no idea that he had a YouTube channel. So, you said this too much, honey. Yeah, no, yeah, listen, y'all, I want to be respectful. I don't want to offend anybody. So you know how I feel, but certain topics, I'm not saying, listen, I'm not saying a word, honey. Child, I don't know. People are nuts. Yes, that's what yes. Oh, thank you. Come on, Two is for life. Now, Two is said, stop saying that. Well, Two is said, please stop saying that. No, it's very true. So, Two is, I didn't say it, and I didn't even read the comment. Y'all, please stop. Y'all, please stop saying certain stuff. I've been able to say I disagree in the past, and we've met in the middle at times. Some people want to be blocked because they're sick. Honey, now they're arguing in the comments. Now everybody's fighting in the comments. Oh, my Lord. Jesus. You said, so wolf pack it up. Hey, Rich the Fish, thank you for the super chat. Maybe she knows he'll hold that over her head. I hope not. I hope he wouldn't do that. Hey, Dark Child 99, thank you for the super chat. I hope Pinky's not one of them sisters who think struggle Olympics is a rite of passage for. Yeah, no matter the tax bracket, while affluence and generational red carpet rollout is a rite of passage for. Yeah, I think she has that mentality. I think she does have that subconsciously, and I hate it for her. Now, y'all, that was the end of the episode. Derek tells her she's going to bounce back. And then Pinky says that she's no quitter, and that's the end of the episode. So that was it, right? This recap was something else, wasn't it? Oh wow. I haven't been hearing that about Clay. Yeah, people got to stop saying that. No, they do. It is ignorance. It really is ignorance. It is ignorance. Listen, I don't say things like that. I don't even, honey, I'm an ally. You will never catch me saying anything egregious, crazy. No, ma'am, no, sir. I don't even, we don't do that over here. So, yeah, honey, this live was spicy. But y'all, we're going to end it here. You said, Claudia, where are the vegan plates for these men? Y'all, we're going to end this live here because I do want to do Beverly Hills. I have Beverly Hills set up for 7:30, okay? So, Jalen, you are so silly. I hope Beverly Hills is smooth because, my God. No, same here. So anyhow, y'all, we're going to end the live here. I hope you guys had a fun time. I know I did. It got spicy at some parts. This episode was a solid episode. I thought it was pretty good. I think that so far, Atlanta is giving us a solid season so far. So hopefully it stays that way. We'll see. But yeah, I had a good time. I hope y'all had a good time. Shout out to everybody here in the chat. I appreciate y'all. And then I will see you guys at 7:30, Lord willing, for Beverly Hills. I have a lot to say about Beverly Hills. I have a lot to say, especially when it came to Erica, Kyle, and Bose, okay? But I will see you all in the next hour and a half, and we will reconvene and chat then, all right? All right, guys. Yes, and Rhode Island will be tomorrow, okay? So Rhode Island will be tomorrow, but I have to talk about Beverly Hills tonight because it is just weighing on me heavily. So much to say, but I will see you all later, and we will talk for Beverly Hills at 7:30, okay? See y'all very soon, all right? Bye, guys.